The concept of green marketing came into prominence in the late 80s and early 90s. This is a decade or so after the American Marketing Association held its first workshop on ecological marketing in 1975. With the current knowledge about greenhouse gases and the effects of waste on our planet, companies have taken notice of how the green marketing technique can be powerful when aimed at informing its customer base how their product or service is a healthier alternative for the environment. These products or services can differ in the actual product, processing methods, or in its packaging material. All three are grounds for firms to build a green marketing campaign around. The issue for the consumer arises when attempting to establish the validity of the claims, should they even care to begin with. Many consumers simply do not understand how green products help the environment, or at least don't harm the environment as much. The benefits are unknown. Another issue for consumers is cost. Most products which are green or environmentally friendly are priced at a premium against competitors. In some cases, this could be a few hundred or a few thousand% increase in price. And this is due to the increased costs companies will incur during development of the product as well as during research. Additional issues with green marketing can arise with the following issues: consumer perception that eco-friendly products are inferior, putting too much green marketing in front of a consumer, traditional marketing tactics for companies are indeed beneficial for the movement of product, but when these methods are centered on sending a green message to the consumer, its effects can be magnified. Their message now contains an ability to hit an environmental trigger with buyers, tempting them to purchase their products due to the company's attempts to preserve the ecosystem. What are the effects of green marketing on consumer purchasing behavior? To explore this question, we must first look at the green consumer profile established by Michael LaRoche et al. In their paper, Targeting Consumers Who Are Willing to Pay More for Environmentally Friendly Products. The green consumer profile lists 5 factors: demographics, knowledge, values, attitudes, and behavior. Consumer demographics for most green products includes a customer that is a socially conscious female, pre-middle aged, highly educated, and of average socioeconomic status. Knowledge influences every phase of the decision to purchase. LaRoche developed the eco-literacy as a measure of a buyer's ability to define a number of ecologically related symbols, concepts, and behaviors. Consumer values and goals establish baseline principles and associated behaviors for how a person lives their life. Buyers that are more environmentally conscious at heart will obviously tend to buy green. Important attitudes in the consumer profile includes importance and inconvenience. To what degree does the consumer rate the importance of eco-friendly products, and how convenient is it for the consumer to uphold said importance? There is an inverse relationship here. The higher the degree of importance, the more inconvenience the consumer is willing to allow to fulfill the importance of the task. Behavior is a huge factor in the consumer profile as well. The way in which a consumer wishes to practice environmentally friendly ideas does not necessarily mean that they will purchase green products. They could just recycle or help clean up the environment through manual labor. The green consumer purchase model was developed by William Young et al. In 2010. This gives us the thought process behind a consumer deciding to purchase green products. Young lists 5 factors contributing to the effects on consumer purchasing: general green values and knowledge, green criteria for purchase, barriers and facilitators, product purchase, and feedback. The value of the consumer give the motivation behind the pursuit of green products. The consumer then develops their own criteria for individual purchase. If there are strong barriers existent, the secondary criteria from the previous process level will be excluded from the purchasing decision. The consumer then makes his purchase based on the values and criteria and barriers that are most influential. The feedback from the purchase is then fed into the general values and knowledge for use in future purchases. This includes experience and knowledge gained from the current purchase. The Nielsen Global Survey on Corporate Social Responsibility surveyed more than 29,000 people in 58 countries in 2013. Their results found that half of the respondents would be willing to spend more money to purchase eco-friendly products. 2/3 of the respondents in Asia were willing to pay more, compared to only 1/3 of Europeans. BBMG, GlobeScan, and Sustainability combined to conduct a similar survey in 2012 that found the same results. Worldwide, 68% of consumers were willing to pay more for green products. Again, this survey showed the disparity between developed nations and emerging ones, as 82% of people in Brazil, India, and China were willing to pay more for environmentally conscious products, as compared to only 49% from Germany, the United Kingdom, and the United States. To wrap up, I would like to express a few conclusions that can be drawn from the consumer profiles, the purchasing model, and surveys as they relate to consumer purchasing behavior. Consumers as a whole are willing to pay more for products that are environmentally friendly. Companies should continue to develop these products without fear that consumers will not purchase them due to high cost. Consumers in developed countries should become more aware of the benefits for purchasing green products. They either lack the knowledge of green products or refuse to excuse the common misconceptions associated with green products. Consumers should research their products and habits of companies in an attempt to derail greenwashing. Supporting companies who truly value the environment will eventually lead to reduction in costs associated with the purchase of a product. A reduction in price will heavily influence consumer purchasing behavior. Finally, firms must convey information about green products and services to consumers. Getting information on how these products and services will truly benefit our world to the consumer would positively affect consumer purchasing behavior. With the current state of our deteriorating ecosystem, the race to develop and market environmentally conscious products will continue for many decades to come. Therefore, we will continue to see immense and positive influence of green marketing on consumer purchasing behavior.